Goedendag, good day. How are you lovely human being feeling at this moment? My name is Phylicia Joy Kloes, and in today's video I'm going to take you along my third week of staying in the Gambia out of 3 weeks. And I am on the balcony, as you can probably tell. It is a sunny day. It is hot. I'm going to do some journaling. I'm going to do some reading. I'm going to do some gratitude work, have some water. I already had some wraps. Today's kind of a slow day for me. I have watched 2 movies, Meet Me Next Christmas and Our Little Secret on Netflix. I downloaded that. And I have been experiencing this cold still to where my nose is making me so tired and my ear is clogged up again, which is annoying. But my sweet husband got me some tapalapa, so I'm gonna mention that. Thank you again, sweetie. Welcome. And I'm just gonna chill for tonight. We're not going out, or at least I'm not going out. We actually went and got the car to the mechanic because we've had some issues, and he's gonna hang out with a friend now because he's been out and about dealing with the car. So I'm just gonna chill and probably watch another movie. I have 2 more movies that I downloaded. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch movies or just stay connected to the Wi-Fi and watch some YouTube videos. But this ear thing is so annoying. It will not open up. Good morning, it's the next day. I have some akana, just some journaling, and we're just sitting outside. Yesterday the car wasn't finished because it was a bigger project than expected, so we have walked towards the mechanic, which is right here, and see how far they are. They said it was going to be done around 4. It's 2:45 now, but let's just see.
With the bottom plate, so that's a little bit difficult job. Also, the brake band does have to be changed.
Yeah.
The ollie, the filter.
It's a big job for sure.
Yeah.
It's okay though.
Yeah, we're gonna check it now.
It's good that it's going to be fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Schools have started in the Netherlands. Today and yesterday I've been doing a small job for my teaching job in the Netherlands. Didn't have to, but you know, I just wanted to cross it off my list. But right now we're gonna walk to Apple Tree, a school here, because I want to ask whether I can visit when the kids are in session before I leave back to the Netherlands. Because I just want to see and learn, to learn more about the educational system here. Because I think, you know, it's good to broaden my perspective, learn a little bit, and who knows what the future can hold for that. So, yeah, we're going to walk there.
Yeah.
It's a nice hot day today, isn't it?
It's very hot.
I haven't walked here before, right?
No. Avocado. The underside is this crunchy avocado. This with the bigger leaf is the fruit avocado.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
these are avocado butter.
Wow. I love all the trees here.
Yeah, avocado butter.
Mangoes! Sierra Leone mangoes. Look at all the mangoes. So many.
It's not mango season, but this is Sierra Leone mango, and this comes 2 times in a year.
Yeah. This is some inspiration for what I would like as a fence if We're lucky to have a property in the Gambia. There's flies on me. Go away. I just heard a bird. But is this it?
What?
The school?
No.
Oh, this is a nursery.
It's like a nursery school, but I never know that it was school.
That's cool. Bilingual school. So unfortunately at the apple tree school I'm not allowed to look, only when you're a sponsor or when you're observing the kind of education, but I don't have that role yet, so there's no way for me to access. We're now going to another school, Universal Status School, which is right there. Let's see if we can make an appointment there.
That's alright.
I'm so grateful we were able to make an appointment for tomorrow. So the appointment is tomorrow at 10. We'll be there a little earlier though, at 9:30 already, because it's good to be there on time. I'm gonna see how things are going in the school. I'll be able to talk to a teacher, the principal said. And it's really interesting to me, at that school they were speaking English, like everything English. I did hear about that there were a lot of schools where the kids were speaking English or are speaking English. But you know, it's nice to just experience it in life. And there was like a big schedule with activities outside. I didn't take any pictures, didn't film anything. You know, we're first there to just make an appointment, ask if it's possible, and I'm so grateful that it's possible. You know, this is one step in the direction of, you know, a possible career teaching in the Gambia, or whatever future has in store for us. Only Allah knows. So, yay! I'm so grateful, Bibi.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
That was such a different approach.
With the apple tree.
Yeah. And of course, rules are rules, so I understand they let the rules be rules, you know. But, yay! I am at home, relaxing a little bit. I've been watching this movie on Netflix called The School of Good and Evil, and I'm kind of invested in this movie right now, so I'm gonna watch that, or continue watching that, and have the rest of my mburu akara, the bread with the deep fried buckeye peas. And then I'm probably gonna take a shower, relax a little bit, and see what the rest of the day will bring. I just got ready, and Musa and I are going out to eat a bite of dinner, and I am transferring some of the goodies I want with me to this bag. I usually bring this everywhere. Today I'm bringing this one because I feel like when we go out I want to go for more fancy style, and you know, just take a little bit care of what my outfit matches with. This of course is black, it's also fine. It has a lot more space, to be honest, but I just like to have that little purse when we go out. We're gonna check out Luigi's. I hope that they have vegan options. I'm probably gonna bring my own vegan cheese though, so when they don't, I can always go for a pizza. Only thing is, the cheese I brought with me from the Netherlands has been frozen in the suitcase, so the consistency is so weird right now, but that's okay. We're grateful that we have it, and in the Gambia. Wow, I was a little blank on there. In the Gambia, vegan cheese is a lot more expensive than in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, I feel like there already is a vegan tax. There's not literally, well, sometimes there is on, for example, plant-based milk, thanks to the milk industry. But a lot of vegan products are more expensive, and the government has had subsidized, is that a word? Basically, the Dutch government has helped the dairy industry, the farmers and all that, to make their products low priced, but it's not actually based on, you know, what it actually could be priced, but probably that's also the reason why vegan products are more expensive. Anywho, I'm just rambling. Let's go. Because we saw downstairs that the menu has vegan options. So I brought this vegan cheese, but I don't even know if it's necessary. Birthday girl! Birthday girl! Up to the next spot! Look at these beauties! These are from the actual Tapalapa bakery.
They put them inside here, they bake them. So local. Why do def fofu kanam bi de sa kanam bi du ko fa def mburu bi rek la muy jël bigger a little bit and then they put a little bit oil on it and then make the stripes.
So in the cloth it rises.
Yes.
I like Tapalapa so much, and seeing how it's made was so cool. Thank you for taking us there.
Yeah,
That was so cool.
That's nice, huh?
Yeah.
Tapalapa local made.
Yeah, but very local made, but they're so efficient with their process. Like one does most of the folding, the other adds a little bit of flour and puts it in the curtain to let it rise. We only didn't see him put it in the oven, but I'm assuming once the bread has risen, with the flour around it, they can just put the curtain in the oven and take the curtain out, maybe? Or do they put it in with the curtain?
They take it out, not with the curtain. Then it's gonna catch fire.
True. This is so cool.
Oh, that's right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Harlem Week. That's funny. You want to try it already?
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. I'm turning it a little bit like this. Oh, it's so hot. Wow. I like bread so much. Tapalapa is so good. What have you been calling me?
Guess what? Guess what?
Tapalapa. So good. Good morning. It's the next day. We are going to school, which is cool to say. We have made an appointment yesterday, as you were able to see, and now it's time to actually go. Just got home, and before I'm gonna enlighten you about how it was, I'm gonna have some lunch. Musa has, oh, you already ate half?
I think so.
You already ate half. Well, what do you have on it? Meat? Steak?
Yeah, steak.
Nice. I have tapalapa with the onion spread and the spicy sauce. It's so good. And funny thing, I don't know if you've noticed, but in the Gambia they put bread in paper. And this time we have a Dutch version. You as well. So funny. So I had some lunch. I'm also sipping on some tea. And I want to sit and chat to you about my experience at this school. First of all, I'm so grateful and thankful that we were able to go there and that we got this opportunity in the first place, because as I've learned, it's also really easy to get a rejection. So we went to the Universal Status School, and this is a private school. I learned that this school has, if I remember correctly, 28 employees, including the principal. There are in total 8 female teachers, and there are 11 male teachers, and then of course all the other employees like the people from finances, the people that are security, cleaners, you know, all the other stuff. This school has 158 students at the moment. The principal actually told me that he is aiming to have 200 students. He wishes to grow the school. However, we also talked about finances and how it is unfortunately sad to say that some children have a household that is incapable of paying the fees for school. The school year is built up in 3 semesters, and each semester costs $7,500. And I asked Musa, that's about, I think, 75 euros. But that's a lot of money, of course, especially when you put it in Dalasies. And a lot of kids do have sponsors, but the principal was saying the school definitely needs a lot more sponsors. And the school also has a lot of children who have single parents, And that's a big struggle, you know. So the principal also said that he actually is a sponsor of 2 of the students, and he just tried to help out the parents as much as possible. For example, for the parents to allow to pay in parts, and just see where things can be chipped in, for example. But yeah, that was more like a financial bit. There are different subjects in the school, of course. They use the Cambridge curriculum as well as the West African curriculum. I honestly have to look into both to learn a little bit more about it. The way that the teaching is set up is definitely more, the teacher is teaching and the children are listening and then doing the exercises. What I really liked hearing was all the 3 semesters, at the end of it, the children will get like results of what they were learning, and I was asking whether those results are based on just the test results, and he ensured it's not. They also look at classroom participation, they look at the homework, but they also look at vocabulary skills, as well as if they're able to just, you know, start a conversation, ask questions, all that. And he also mentioned creativity and, you know, physical and emotional development. We also talked about being a sponsor and like what that means. Then we went to the playground, and at the playground they have this basketball hoop. They have some pavement where this basketball hoop is placed. They have tires that are like on the edge of it, and there's sand and trees. Honestly, it felt pretty cool within the school, at least I thought so, because it was of course getting hotter and hotter, and when we were done I realized how hot it was outside, but in the school it didn't feel that hot, which was nice. Probably because how they set it up with like, it was kind of an open concept sometimes. So first off, I went to the 4 to 6-year-old classroom. I teach 4 to 6-year-olds, so I really was curious to learn more about that. There were 3 different classes. One thing I noticed right away is that the classrooms are small. The principal was talking about that he wants to have smaller classrooms compared to public school, where there's a lot more children in one classroom, and the children do get less attention than, you know, they would in a smaller classroom, which I experienced myself as well within my classroom. So I went in, the kids were doing math, they were making some equations by writing it in words. So I noticed right away, like, wow, these young kids are already copying the teacher, writing it down. Like, you know, it's so different than what I do in class. Of course I do math, but we don't do it within like a notebook. Speaking of which, besides the notebook, I didn't see a lot of materials. I'm saying a lot of, I saw paper, which was like cut up in pieces. I'm not sure if the children did that or if that was something else, but I saw a notebook, and then they had their break time, so they were eating. But that was interesting to see, you know, that these classrooms, I found them kind of small. Later on, Musa told me that this used to be a compound with like houses, so they just built it up to be a school. And the principal also said that the story when we went later on, I didn't capture any of that. When we went upstairs, there were more classrooms of like the older kids, and it was pretty open, but he mentioned that he actually helped build that story. And it was like airy, and you know, it was shaded, so yeah. Anywho, the classroom for the young kids was pretty small, I thought. But then again, I compare it to my Montessori classroom, and I thought my Montessori classroom is small for a Montessori classroom, especially when I compare it to those private schools in the US. They're huge. But yeah, I really hope to help collect more materials for the children to work with and enhance their knowledge and skill set within the different subjects. So I'm gonna see what is possible with that. I did like to see though that there were these 3 younger groups, and each teacher still does their own thing. Like the way the classroom was set up is different. The images on the wall could differ a little bit, but it's still like the ABCs and the numbers and like times tables, which I thought was funny that was hanging there already. I don't have that in my class, for example. So then when we went upstairs, I thought it was so interesting to see that when we would come up there with the principal, the children would get up and we sometimes even would get an applause. That's so interesting. I never get that in the Netherlands. But that's just a different cultural thing, I think, too. So yeah, the children were just looking. I was seeing some of the schedules. I saw a little bit of how the teachers were teaching in the other classes. It seemed pretty laid back, I feel like. I think they just did a lesson, and they were finishing up, and then I would walk in, and then, you know, a class would just either start to grab their food, or another class was just sitting. But then other classes were busy. For example, the French teacher just said hi real quick, and then he kept going. He's like, no, I'm doing my French class. So yeah, I'm saying laid back, but I don't know if it makes sense. It's probably also because I, as I mentioned, work in a Montessori classroom, and a lot of the children are often busy with their own work. And when you have a more like general lesson, if the teacher stops for a second, for example, then maybe it's easier for the class also just take a step back. But other classes were, I did see the classes work. I don't want to say it was all laid back. I don't want to say anything bad. It's not a bad thing to say anyways. I hope it makes sense. So we also went downstairs and saw classes. And the teacher was just checking the work of the kids. And we went to the ICT class. Basically, we saw a lot, and I'm so grateful that we were able to, you know, get a little bit of information about this. But again, when I compare it to the Montessori school I work at, it's such a difference with the materials, such a difference. And I understand you can learn from a teacher saying things and you writing it down, or you listening and, you know, doing activities to make the skill your own. I just really enjoy my Montessori way of teaching, so I'm hoping to maybe collect some materials and donate it maybe in the future. But these people really have a passion for education. The principal was also saying that education is one of the most important things in the world, which obviously it is. And you know, for them to also be open and honest about how everyone deserves education, but some parents don't have the financial ability to, and then either they go for public school. Some parents have their kids at home. I have to look more into how that can happen, because in the Netherlands we have leerplicht, which is translated to education rule, education, what is plicht in English? Like, you have to have education, basically. You're not allowed to stay at home. And if you stay away from school too much, then your parents can get a fine. But then again, school is free in the Netherlands. And some schools do have a contribution from the parents, but we banned that at our school because of the fact that not all parents can pay that, and then, you know, it's kind of crooked, so we just banned it. But then again, I work at a school that gets money from the city, that gets extra funding, and it's definitely a different situation here. I have to learn so much more about the educational system here in the Gambia, but I'm grateful to have learned the things I did learn today, and future will tell more. And yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Not sure how long I've been talking to you, but yeah, kids are so great. Kids are so great. There was this one little boy who was stubborn. I asked the kids if I could look in their notebook, and one little boy said no. And then the other kids were like, what? And I was like, no, it's okay. I asked. If he said no, you know. Kids are amazing. Kids are so cool. I shared a random plate of fruit just a couple of hours ago. We visited a friend of the family and her kids, and she was so generous to make us both a whole plate of fruit, which is so much. We didn't finish it. We took it back home. She also gave us groundnuts, which she made herself, and salsas and all that, as well as some actual groundnuts that is like all grounded up for like dumada and all that. And she also made us, or gave us, her homemade groundnut sweet treat, which is so good. I didn't try it on camera, but I'll make sure to capture it. I was just sitting down reflecting on what we've done today, and I actually drawn out what the classroom looked like. I know that I didn't take pictures of that because the children were in the class, and I just don't feel okay capturing children. Even if I did capture them, I wouldn't have shared that with you in this video, because I don't think children have to be on the internet like that. Children are not able of choosing themselves to be posted online, and it's not up to me to just do that. So I didn't capture the classroom with the kids like sitting at their desks. Oh, something I forgot to mention also, during their 11, no, it wasn't 11, during their 10:30 break, it was so interesting to see all the different foods and drinks that the children brought. The principal actually was talking about how he wanted to set up a free lunch for the nursery, but it didn't get off the ground because of funding, or lack of funding. But it was really interesting to see the mixes of either water or juice, or I even saw some like sodas. Some children had chips, some children had noodles, some children had baked cupcakes, some children had baked like plantains or banana. I'm assuming it's plantains since it was baked. Some children had fruit. Some children had bread. Some children got bread from the teacher that got the bread for them. So it was really interesting to see how that goes, especially when I compare it to my school. We have a water and healthy treat policy, and children are only allowed to bring water and are not allowed to bring like unhealthy things. So, you know, it's interesting to see that some of these children just brought chips, but in a way it makes sense, because I feel like it can be more cheap to get a basket of crisps, I never say crisps, to get a bag of chips. Like the other day I was trying those chips and that was $50. Some are more expensive, of course, but for example, the tapalapa I had today with the akara was, I believe, $100. Yeah, $100. So that is more expensive. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you that I drew out this classroom that we went to a friend of the family today, and Musa and I have been talking about that we want to sponsor some children So the children of the friend and the family actually were gonna sponsor. So, you know, I think it's good to share, because as I say, sharing is caring, but truly, I feel like a lot of people forget to be thankful for what they have. And like, I know my grandmother always said to me that she's rich. She has health, she has a roof over her head, she has loving family, and of course being rich like that is really important to be grateful for. But a lot of people think about rich as material richness and financial richness, and of course that is a big aspect of life, and also especially here in the Gambia, and I bet a lot of other places, the lack thereof. And I don't talk about this that much in my videos about the poverty, and I probably should talk about it more, because it truly is more of a struggle to live life here and to make ends meet. And in the Netherlands, even though things are getting more and more expensive and the lifestyle is very different, you know, it's good to not just consider saving for our future, but to share that more, you know? I also have been sharing with Ninsima. She's a wonderful woman who takes care of children in Uganda, and last year I decided to, you know, support her frequently, not just what I've been doing every once in a while, excuse me, because who am I to think, you know, that financial stability is just something that I should keep within my family, because I truly believe all of us are connected, and a lot of people need a lot more love, a lot more visibility, a lot more financial support. And I'm just grateful that I am in a position to where I can help someone and be of meaning. Be of meaning, is that a word? You know, I get to take some of the stress off someone's shoulders, and I feel like that goes a longer way than having a bigger savings account for my own, or for my own family, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. These are the snacks that we've been given. These are the salty peanuts, and these are the sweet ones, and they're honestly so good. So good. Right now, it's time for attire and chill. I'm gonna bring my book, bring my journal, toilet paper, oh, and a bag for trash. Good morning, goedemorgen. It's the next day. Yesterday we ended up having some attire and then went to bed. I also watched the movie Little, and it's now the afternoon. It's not the morning, it's almost 1. I washed my hair this morning, just took it really slow. I also slept in, and I made myself a wrap. So we are driving through Tangi Forest because we are heading to Khartoum, which is a village really south of the Gambia, close to the Senegal border, and we're gonna check out the reptile farm, or the snake farm. different than the rest of the road. It's just like plates.
Yeah.
Oh, but here is good again. Woo! Maybe they just want to have like music.
Some sound, some noise.
I already created a video called Experience the Gambia, the reptile farm or the snake farm, so in case you want a more in-depth video, make sure to check that out. This vlog will contain a smaller amount of footage of that experience. Reptile farm! We almost passed it.
Yeah.
We are currently at the Tangi fishing market where all the boats are fishing and coming up to shore, and they're putting the fish in the buckets, which the markets are then selling, and then they're going back out. Those are the bigger ones.
I grill will fly. Grill.
This cow, or this bull, I should
No,
say,
you don't see that in Netherlands or what?
with a big bump like that?
Yeah.
No.
You don't see that?
No. Since when do cows have bumps? Oh. What? That's crazy. Is this a really old cow? Hi, cow. This is how close they are, by the way. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a cow with this like fat hump on its back. Crazy. We just went downstairs to, I believe it's called Speedway, the grocery store down below, and I got some ingredients for a pasta dish tonight. It is time to cook. And it's time to eat. That's good. So my lovely husband, thank you, sweetie. My lovely husband just went down and asked Mama, one of the ladies selling pumpkins, if she could make some fresh pumpkins. And pumpkins is like oliebollen. It's like a fried dough ball. And I've been talking about pancakes a lot to Musa. I was like, I want pancakes, I want pancakes, I want pancakes. But I feel like you can be a little picky sometimes because you only want them when they're more fresh.
More fresh, and also the passing ice with a little bit more than it's clean.
True. Well, anywho, look! The nice thing about pancakes, which they don't do with oliebollen, is there's already sugar in the mixture of the dough, correct?
Yeah.
And with oliebollen, it's not like that. With oliebollen, you put like a ton of powdered sugar on, and then you make a whole mess. This is so good.
And here they do it with the sauce.
The sauce.
Onion sauce with garlic.
Oh.
But I didn't take it because I don't know what jingle they put in.
Yeah, oh true. Oh, that's funny. So they have like the sweet pancakes with like a savory, salty sauce.
Yeah.
Goedemorgen, good morning. It's the next day. I'm gonna eat the fruit that the friend of the family made for us. Today we're actually going to SOS, the SOS Children's Village, to see how the school's operating there and get an impression on the how and whatnot. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity to see another school. And here's just another reminder, Free Palestine. And then we got back home. I am so grateful that I yet again got another opportunity of seeing what the education system is like. So we went to SOS, and SOS is a corporation that works together with different sponsors. They have been working with sponsors for as long as I know. And in the Netherlands, I also see commercials where they ask for sponsors. Honestly, SOS does great things. Today we went to the office and we were talking to my mother-in-law, and then we went and looked at the 4, 5, and 6-year-old classes. I noticed that the classrooms were bigger than the classrooms we saw at the previous school. I saw textbooks, I saw a lot of children. I was actually able to, in 2 of the classes, sing head, shoulders, knees, and toes. So interact with the kids a little more than just look. Of course, I was also interacting with the children at the other school. However, I didn't sing, for example, because the teachers were, of course, doing their own thing, or because of their schedule, I wasn't able to do so, or didn't feel the need to do so, I guess. I was a little more shy. But I saw some classrooms. I also filmed a video clip of an empty classroom since the children were having their lunch break. I saw that they were bringing their own foods again. And I did not particularly look whether or not they were wearing uniforms. I think they were. Yes, they were. They were wearing uniforms. They've been wearing uniforms at the first school as well as SOS. So the teachers were, you know, changing up the routine from having class to having lunchtime, or lunchtime. What is it? Not lunch, but like fruit time, the first meal time. And we were just chatting with the kids a little bit. They speak English at SOS, as well as I saw that they had some French scheduled for today. I'm not sure if they already had it or if this is what they're gonna cover after their break, after their food break. And I noticed that a lot of children wanted to shake hands. That was so cute. They would just walk up to us and shake hands. And you know, it just shows how important education is, honestly, because when we left SOS, we saw children without uniform just playing outside or hanging out near the store of their parents, for example. And I asked Musa, I was like, are they out of school, or are they probably not signed in for school? It could be either or, because it's a Friday, and I've learned that kids get out of school earlier on Friday since it is a special day. We're probably going to go to Friday prayers again later on today. But, you know, it's so good to experience all these different schools, I think. And there's, of course, so many more. When we were waiting outside, of SOS, I was also seeing that right across from there was another school, so I just captured their mission and vision, which was painted outside of their walls. But children are the best thing in the world, and children deserve love, deserve education, deserve peace of mind, deserve food, deserve, to play, to grow up easily. And as I mentioned yesterday, it really is a struggle in the Gambia. I mean, SOS takes in children. SOS does great work. SOS offers children education. It offers children housing as well when, for example, their parents aren't with us anymore or made different choices in life. And, children, the Gambia needs seriously a lot more than I feel like what is offered today. But, seeing how happy these kids were singing this song or just having them eat their meal. I was speaking some Wolof with them. Some would respond, some would just be not responding because they're young. They could be surprised that a white person knows Wolof, which I know this much, of course. I have to check on the food real quick. At SOS, the people were really kind receiving us. The teachers were really kind. And I'm so grateful that I got the opportunity in one of the classrooms to actually start singing, because the teacher asked me, "Do you want to sing a song?" And I was like, yes. And then she said, because the children will remember this day that you'll sing a song with them. And then later on, when I went to a different class where they weren't eating, they were finished, I think, already with eating, because some children were eating and some children were in the classroom already. That classroom was more empty. I saw rugs, so I think there's a lot more on the ground playing. And then I was singing there too. But, I of course compare it to my own experience as a teacher in the Netherlands. We have so many materials available in class for children to learn. And at SOS, I saw in group 3 and group 2, I saw more books. I'm not sure what the group numbers say, but I didn't see the materials, I teach in a Montessori classroom, and the materials are key for the way we teach the kids. So this is, again, something to broaden my perspective on how I would really like to be more of meaning. How do you say this properly? I would really like to donate materials to schools and help the children grow. At SOS, we only saw the younger kids. They also had a middle school, but that was further down the road. I did capture different areas of SOS when we were driving up there. So there is a middle school, there's a high school, there is a trade school. My partner actually went there and learned mechanic skills as well as soldering. Is that the word in English? Like mixing or combining the metals together. There's also the SOS clinic, and there's the housing area for the children who unfortunately don't have parents anymore, and these lovely women take in the children and are their mom. I believe they take in about 4 children per house, which is sad that it's needed, but of course the Gambia is not the only place where there is orphaned or where there are orphaned children. There's all over the world children who need love and care and some guidance through life. But yeah, SOS is such a great company, and I'm so grateful for all the work they do and all the love they share and all the education they offer. And these children are, gonna have a lovely time there and grow as people, and you know, it's good. Their playground also surprised me how big it was. The playground at SOS is big. I feel like compared to the playground at my school, this one was way more open. I think they have more room as well. And I do think some of the materials outside, like some of the playing ground big things, are maybe a little outdated here and there, but it's still usable. And you know, the kids were enjoying themselves. When we first went there, they weren't playing yet, but then I think after they finished eating, they were playing out there. So really grateful for spending time there this morning, for being able to watch how some of the things are going, for meeting the people working there. We are currently on our way to the mosque to join the Friday prayers. The mosque prayer went well, and afterwards we went to the castle apartments, I think this complex is called. And Musa have been talking about bachal, which is rice, groundnut, and fish, usually, right? Those three ingredients.
Yeah, and netetu, but I don't know the name in English.
Netetu.
Netetu. Ne.
Ne.
Te.
Tu. Netetu. If you know what netetu is in English, please comment below. So yeah, this is bachal. And they added some jahato, bitter tomatoes, some kanja, some okra, some shrimp, and also meat this time. And you eat this with butter. Well, you eat this. I eat plant-based, so enjoy the meal, sweetheart. But it's nice to learn about this dish.
The mother of David tell you that.
Yeah, one of the parents from the kids I taught in class was talking about this because she's a Gambian, and she was like, oh, you need to try this. But all the parents don't know, or I don't tell that I eat vegan, because I don't think it's necessary to just tell the parents that all the time, you know? Yeah, film like all the kids that are not wearing things. What you just saw is some kids were doing, or were dressed up like Kangkuran and the Mandinka and Fula tribe, or sorry, the Mandinka and Jola tribe, they do that, and they go through like the village or the city, and they kind of sometimes scare the younger kids. These kids are younger, but when it's the real Kangkuran, then it's older people doing it, and they basically prepare them for like adulthood, and you know, it's a wise lesson. The first time I saw it, I was like, whoa, what is this? But now I'm used to it. I just think it's funny that kids play this and wear this outfit. It's so hot though. It must be so hot. And they have the knives that they smack together. Hello there. So I just watched the best movie I've watched this year. I've seen a lot of movies since being in the Gambia, and I just finished the movie 6888, and wow, 10 out of 10. You definitely have to watch this. It honestly is ridiculous that I wasn't taught about this amazing Black women army before. Like, how did I just now learn this through this film? Anywho, felt so many emotions. Seriously recommend watching this movie. It's on Netflix, and definitely recommend. Anywho, I just made, together with Musa helped me a little bit, some ditach juice. I was keeping this so I could eat it a little bit more. And I'm gonna make some more baobab juice for Bui and Olof. So I just came back from the downstairs grocery store because I really am craving pancakes. I put some of this flour in a pan because this is the best mixing bowl I have, as well as some vanilla sugar and some salt. And now I'm gonna just eye it with adding some of this vegan milk. The batter is made and First pancake is pancaking. Pancake time! Hello there, it's the next day. We are going to the beach today. I already created a video about the experience at the beach, so in case you are interested in a more in-depth video, make sure you check out that video. This vlog will contain a shorter amount of footage. Enjoy! It's so cool! Only in the Gambia there's cows on the beach. They're just like big dogs. This one's like, yo, bro. Only in the Gambia. We just got some fruit. We just got home and across the street we got some pancakes. So I'm gonna have some pancake, but mostly I got it with sauce. I got it without sauce, but I'm just curious to learn what it tastes like. And it is made with jumbo, or the jumbo, so I can have it as well. It's not the other bouillon, what is that? Stock, that is not vegan. It tastes exactly like your sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, it tastes good.
Yeah. Very nice.
But with oliebollen, I like it simple.
Yeah.
Or it's pancake, I know. It's not oliebollen. So I have been editing a video for Sunday the 12th. And I've been editing it on my phone because I don't have a laptop with me, so I use this app called YouCut. And I mean, it's pretty straightforward with editing, and I'm just letting go, and I'm not gonna make it really nice with like zooming in or having me talk as the picture shows up, because I can't figure out how to do that. But it's time for a break. I just got from my lovely husband a drop off of French fries, which I'm gonna have with my vegan mayo, as well as some ketchup. And most likely I'm gonna add some extra salt because I like to add salt on French fries. In case you haven't had a meal yet, or maybe you're eating while watching this, enjoy your meal. Good morning, goedemorgen. Jamaga fanan. Did you sleep well? It's the next day. It's actually my last full day in the Gambia, which makes me sad to think about, but I'm so grateful to have spent all this time here and, you know, see all these beautiful people and beautiful country, and having gained so many experiences. So it's currently time for breakfast. I'm gonna journal some, and I'm gonna do some YouTube things because this video I edited yesterday, I just have to finalize some of the chapters, thumbnail, all those things. So that's what I'll be doing while enjoying blue sky and the traffic. Hi. Finally a lizard who wants to be on camera. We are currently at DT Vegan, or Downtown Vegan. I'm not sure what the title is of the place. I think DT Vegan. And we're gonna have some food to bring to the beach because we're gonna go to the beach after this. I got a burrito and I got a juice. So we just went to Kari Kari. I didn't film any of it, but Musa got a plate of food. How was your Ramadan?
Was lekker.
Good. It was delicious. Now we're at the beach. It's time to celebrate Sunday Beach. Coffee and baby.
Yeah, baby.
I am currently eating the vegan meal I got from DT Vegan, or Downtown Vegan. And this morning I baked some pancakes after having breakfast with fruit. So I was full earlier, but now we're eating this, or I'm eating this. Musa has some chicken yassa. It's time for something not so fun, which is packing. And maybe because it's the last day is why I barely captured things today. It was so nice to be at the beach though, and we visited family and said goodbye to them. And yeah, have to unpack. Or no, pack.
Shall I
Earlier?
make a magic? Wait, no earlier. Shall I make a magic?
What magic? Whoa!
Okay, start.
Earlier we got this pineapple and it's a lot smaller than what I see in the Netherlands, but I really like it. I'm so excited to try it out. Musa just tried one and his response was wow. Goedemorgen, good morning. It is go back to the Netherlands day, and to be honest, I feel sad. Yesterday I also felt sad. I don't want to leave, but you know, I'm grateful for all the experiences that I've had, and I'm praying for a good flight over. And you know, I have to get back to work because the other day I was talking to my coworker and she was talking about the kids, and I do miss them. I do want to see everyone back in the Netherlands too. But the Gambia is such a huge place in my heart that I find it difficult to say goodbye. Like, I seriously feel quite emotional. It's ridiculous.